Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. Hi, my name is Rosie, and thank you so much for taking a moment out of your busy day to spend a few moments with me. So today we're going to be making this project. It's a camera style mini album, and the paper that I'm going to be using today is by My Mind's Eye. The name of the collection is Best Day. I'm using a 6x8 paper pad, and I do have 2 sets of this kit. I picked these up at Tuesday morning a very long time ago, so instead of going out and buying paper, I thought that I would just create something with everything that I have within my studio already. So what I did was I picked this paper pad, and I am also using this camera die set. It's called Elizabeth Craft Designs. That's who makes it, and the name of the die set is Camera Kit. It is a limited edition metal dies set. So that's what I'm going to be using to create this little mini album. So if you're ready, let's get started. So for the sake of this video and the length of it, I have already pre-cut out my shapes, all of my metal die pieces, just so that I can have it ready for us to begin. So I'm just going to place this. This is where I keep all of my different pieces. I'm going to place it off to the side for a moment. I did want to show you one thing. So one of the pieces that I cut out, when I looked at the piece, for instance, I cut out the metal die. I believe this was for the picture mat. What I did was, when I finished it, when I looked at it, this is a perfect Polaroid, isn't it? So what I typically do is, after I've cut something, either using my Cricut or a metal die, I look at the negative to see if I can possibly use it in something else. And when I looked at this particular negative, instantly I saw that it could be used as a Polaroid, as well as a Polaroid shaker. So I'm going to hold on to this, and you may see these come back in another video, and I'll show you how I use my scraps. So just wanted to show you that. Alright, let's put it off to the side and let's get started. So the only thing that I'm going to use to create this mini album that's over and above the metal dies is that I went on Cricut Design Space and I made a sort of decorative page using scallops. So I did that in Cricut Design Space, made sure that it fit my page the way that I wanted it to, and then I cut it out for each page. So that's the only thing that I did above and beyond the metal die set and all the pieces that came with it. So let's go ahead and start building out our pages. Let's get everything off to the side here. Okay, I'm going to grab this. Okay, now I've already placed my tape on here. I am using score tape for this. And I always, you know me, I always like to double check. Okay. And because it's score tape, you know that we're not going to have any grace with how it lands. So we pretty much need to have it line up correctly the first time around. Okay. So now when we see our pages, we're going to have this really pretty pink scalloped border all the way around. Now we're going to do that for all pages. So in this case, when we flip it over, I'm going to place the scrapbook paper on the back, and that way the scalloped page will be nestled in between those 2 pages. So let's go ahead and do that part. Okay, do the last 2. Now in this instance, because we have already the holes in here, what I want to do is make sure that I have my holes already here so I can line it up with my second page. Guys, I'm interrupting the video super quick to let you know that I've set myself a goal of attaining 500 additional new subscribers by the beginning of September. If you're interested in helping little old me out, please subscribe to my channel and leave me a comment down below so that I may thank you personally. I'm going to be hosting my very first giveaway around September that's going to be open to all visible subscribers. It's going to be a lot of fun, so don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Okay, enough about that. Back to the video. So to make it easier on myself, I've brought in my We Are Memory Keepers eyelet punch because it also has hole punches. They have it on one side 1/8, on the other side 3/16. And I love how it has a little kind of viewfinder right there so you can see exactly where you're going to punch. And then I just punched out where the holes were. That's going to be needed, and that's going to be really important for when we put on our back side. So let's go ahead and do that now so I know that it's here. Okay. Okay. So now our holes line up and it's not going to be off. So let's go ahead and do this to the remaining pages. Okay, so now that we have placed our scrapbook paper on both sides and we've punched out holes, let's go ahead and use our page reinforcers. So I have 2 here, and we're going to go ahead and just glue those on. Excuse me. All right, let's see here. Seems a little dark in this room. I have my lights on. Oh, you know what? My window blinds are shut. So I need to open that. I'll do that after we place this on. Okay, make sure it's lined up well. Okay, let's do the other side. Okay. All right, and let's line this puppy up. Good. Okay, let me just open up the blinds, see if it makes any difference at all. Oh, a little bit, right? Okay, so there is the page reinforcers. Doesn't that look pretty with the gold? Okay, so I've gone ahead and done that to all pages. So now that is done. Now what we want to do is let's go ahead and do our photo mats. So I'm going to go ahead and do this one here. I have pink cardstock over my gold mirror cardstock. And let's just make sure that it's nice and even first before I actually tape it down. Okay. Okay, now I can go ahead and release the paper backing on the rest of the 3 sides. Oops. Okay. Alright, last part. Okay, let's get rid of all this garbage. You know me. Okay. Alrighty. So now we have our photo mats that we can use in the albums. Now either we can, I've already placed double-sided tape on. So now either you can place it right on the page like that, or you can only use, you can put glue or tape on just this side and this side and make it a pocket. But I think in this instance, I'm going to go ahead and just use them as, I think this time what I'm going to do is just place them directly on the page. So I have those all done. So now our pages are done and our photo mats are done. So let's go ahead and bring in our front and back cover. So I have my front cover here. Let's put it off to the side for a second. And here is going to be my back cover. So what I did was I cut this out twice, so it'll be a little bit more thicker. Even though the scrapbook paper is thick, I want it to be almost a little bit thicker. So I just did it twice. So that way I'll have my front and back. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and get these two adhered. Okay. And get it on all sides of there. Okay. Let's go ahead and adhere. Try to line this up as best as possible. That's the good thing about glue, is that it gives you a little bit of grace time to get it perfect. All right, that looks really good. Okay, let's go ahead and just make sure that it's adhered well. Okay, now what I want, and I thought I would have cut out 2 more of the page reinforcers. I'm just looking super quickly here. Let me see, it might be with my dies. Now I should have had this all done, and I thought I did, but since I always keep samples in my little pockets, and good, I do have some. So I'll put that off to the side, and here is my little bag with that metal die, and good thing I had cut out a couple extra. So now I'll just put this bag right back where it belongs, and let's go ahead and adhere the page reinforcers to the back as well. Okay. Get this lined up as best as possible. Okay, and let's do the other side. Okay. Might as well have it all matching, and you know what I just noticed? I'm going to need 2 more for the front cover. Okay. That looks good. Okay, so there is our back. Got some extra glue on the gold mirror. Okay, so there is the back. So this is the inside back cover, and then this will be our back cover of the album itself. So there's that. Now let's work on the cover. So here is the front, and this will be the inside of the front cover. So let's go ahead and work on those. Okay, now what I want to do is I'm thinking that I want to make the front lens, make that be a shaker. So what I've done is I've already placed double-sided tape all around the edge, and I'm just going to release this part. Oops, where's my garbage? Okay, there's that. Then I need, so now I have a little piece of acetate that I'm going to use. So let's go ahead and just adhere that on. Okay, make sure that's on there really, really well. Now you can either make it a shaker or you don't have to. So there's our acetate. So now what I did was I went to my sequins area and I just picked out some different pretty little pink flowers, little green flowers. And then I found that I had in my stash, I believe I got this from the Dollar Tree, these little gold, they feel like paper, little gold, almost like a confetti mix. So I added that to it, to my mix, just to give it a little pop of gold. And we're going to go ahead and place that as the shaker part. Okay, so I have placed on my, like I said, the piece of acetate. Now I need to place down more double-sided tape. Okay, and I'm just going to do that all the way around. Okay, so I've placed double-sided tape all around the circle. So let's go ahead and just peel off the backing. Let's see, I'm going to use my finger blade. There we go. Okay, so now we have our double-sided tape exposed all the way around. I am going to add some sequins to the center. Let's see here. I don't want to overfill it because I still want it to be able to shake a little bit. It's not like you're going to be shaking this album all over the place, but it'll just look pretty. Okay, let's place this one back in there. Okay, now let's go ahead and add glue to our back side. Okay, I'm just going to add it all over. Okay. And over here, I'm purposely staying away from the center. Okay, let's see here. And now I'm going to just line it up as best as possible. Okay. Okay, and hold it well so that it all adheres, especially around the center. Just take a moment is all. You don't need to spend an awful lot of time, just enough time to make sure that it's all adhered well, and also that your holes are lined up. So there you have it. I have a little bit of sequins in there, even though I thought that I didn't put in that much. Even this little amount was a lot. But look at how it looks so pretty right in the middle of the camera. Okay, let's go ahead and place our hole reinforcer onto the front cover. Alrighty. So do you have any big plans coming up for this long weekend? I believe it's Memorial Day. It seems like all my days just sort of run together. Sometimes, I mean, I forget when Friday comes because, like I said, all my days run together, so it's kind of like just another day. But I do look forward to the weekend because that's when I'm able to see my grandson. So I look forward to that. Okay, and let's just line that up. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so there is, you can see our camera front of the mini album is starting to take shape. So there's that. Now what I want to do is, the metal dies came with the camera lens. So let me just get those pieces. Okay, put these back. Oops. Okay. So now what I could do is I have these two pieces here that kind of go on top of each other. and it would look something like that. A little bit straighter, but you get the gist of it. Then I also have this piece, this frame, which I think I like that one better. So let me see. If I take off this one here and use, see, let's try to get this as straight as possible. Use this one. Oops. Well, there you have it. Okay, let's see. Get this together and then place this on. You would have that kind of look. Although I might actually like it like this as well. I almost, I don't know. I kind of like it like this, but I kind of do like this just because that's what a camera looks like. I know it's upside down. I know it's not straight, but I'm trying to see. You know what? I think I might use the lens part, but I also have, let me see now, where are my little baggies? These are photo corners that I did. Let me see here. All right, let me get the viewfinders and then I'll be right back. I should have looked in my organizer right here because I had everything all set. So let's just, I'm taking out my baggie with the viewfinders and let's go ahead and see what this is gonna look like, and that'll determine what kind of lens I want. All right, so let's see, I'm gonna bring this a little bit closer to me here. So let's see that. And then we have another one here for this side. And let's see. Let's just see. So now, knowing that we have those two, I'm just wondering if it's going to be a little bit too much gold, if you know what I mean. Let's see. You know what? No, I kind of like that. Let's see. Oh, I don't know. I like them both, but I'm going to go with the camera lens just because we know that that's the way it's supposed to be. I mean, let me get my reversible tweezers. Okay, get any gunk I have off them. Let's go ahead and get some glue. Okay, let's see here. Okay. Let's see, let's do it this way. That'll be easier for me. Okay, that's straight. Let's do the other viewfinder. Okay. Oops. Okay. Alrighty. The only bad thing about, well, that I think anyway, of using the gold mirror cardstock is that if you get any glue on it, you have to make sure that you get it off before it dries so that you don't see it all around. So that's fine. Okay, so there's our viewfinders. So now I think we decided, right? Did we decide? I think we did. To do that. Okay, now since this piece here is super thin, let's see, go ahead and get some glue. I want to be really good about not getting too much glue on here. Enough to make it adhere, but not enough to make a mess on the opposite side, which I have found that it's usually a little bit difficult only because of how thin it is. Okay, so let's see how good I can do this. Let's see, Gotta make it straight, first of all. Do the top and the bottom first, and then do around the sides. That's the easiest way I've found to doing something when it's super thin. I'm just trying to get that extra glue off the top here. Okay. Let me just see, I'm just kind of looking around to see if I have any more glue that seeped out. Okay, that looks good, I think. Okay, now let's go ahead and put this frame on. Let's see. Yeah, okay, let's go ahead and do that. I don't need my tweezers for this portion. Alright, let's get it all up there. I'm just being mindful to get the glue up into the flower petals. Okay. Oh. Shifted on me. Okay. Just want to see if it's straight before I start really pushing down on each petal. And I'll just do that, kind of going around the camera lens just to make sure that it's adhering. I don't want this popping off on me. Okay. Oh, doesn't that look pretty? I'm loving the sequins in the back. Okay, I'm just going to do this all the way around. Okay. Let's just look from the side here. I don't see anything showing. Okay, so there is our camera now completed. Okay, so now we have our camera front of the album, the back, which we can decorate. Here is the back of the album, and then the back of everything. Doesn't that look pretty? Okay, so now let's put this all together. So we have our pages, and let's see, this is gonna look like this. Oh, that's going to be really pretty with the pink scallop all the way around. Okay, so now what we can do is we can go through and start decorating everything because we are at the end. We're ready to... Now I have the photo corners, but I don't need this until I put photos in. I do have some frames that I can use, but again, I need to put pictures in those. But what I do have is some decorative metal dies here. Let's see, I'm trying to get it out of this middle here. Okay, so now if you know the way I decorate, typically I don't decorate 100% when I'm done with a mini album because I want to make sure that I leave myself enough space to place any photos, journaling, things like that. Let me just give you an overall size of this album. Let's see, we've got, it is about 5 1/4 inches tall, wide. Let me see, did I do that right? Yep, 5 1/4 inches wide, and the height is 4 inches. So that's a cute little size for this album. All right, let's just go through and just see where perhaps we want to do this. First, let's go ahead and just figure out what we want to do as far as, here's the other one. Oops, let's see. So what I'm thinking, instead of doing gold on gold, I mean, that looks really, really pretty. But let's shake it up a bit. And how about if we use the pink in the back? That would look pretty. And then use the pink top with the gold back. I think that'll look really pretty. So let's go ahead and do that. You know what? I am going to use tweezers for this one because it's really thin in places, because it has an awful lot of open. So I'm just kind of dotting my glue in certain spots. I'm not doing a lot. I'm trying to do very light-handed. Again, because it has so many holes, because it's a camera roll, there's a lot of places where this is going to seep out, and I don't want it to show onto my gold cardstock. So, just kind of dotting. Okay. Let's see here. Now with this, typically I would slide it into place, but because of the gold, I don't want to do that. So I'm going to try and lay it down as even as possible, and then just tap it into place. Without smudging. Okay, that's good. Yep, that's good. Now let's do the exact same thing for this one. Okay, so there is that one. All right, now let's just figure out what we want to use and where. So we have these two. Now this collection did come with some ephemera, some die cuts, and since I had 2 packages, I do have 2 sets of these. Now this is a wedding collection, but you see you don't have to use it as a wedding collection. Okay, let me put this off to the side, and we're just going to start decorating. Alright guys, so I finished decorating the mini album, so let's do a quick flip through. So I have my shaker here. I added some different flowers, some greenery, and I ended up using, I was looking to see if I had any gold book rings, but I didn't. So instead of using silver, I have a bunch of these plastic ones, and I found pink. So that's what I used. And then when you turn the page, I did a little tuck spot here. I have a book tag and just used some gold rickrack and did a quick little cluster embellishment. And then I placed a white doily, did another cluster embellishment, added a clear gem, and backed it all on some gold mirror cardstock. So that's what I have there. Then on this side, what I ended up doing was I made a couple of matchbook die cut holder, not really sure what to call it. I placed some gold ribbon here and a button. This is a really pretty pink vellum, did another cluster embellishment here. And when you flip it up, there's a pocket here, and then I just used a sentiment and backed that on some gold mirror cardstock, and then did this embellishment cluster. So that's what's inside of this pocket. Now we can absolutely add pictures, which will be really cute to see inside. And then when we turn the page, I did another tuck spot here, did a cluster embellishment, did a couple of tags here, different sizes, added a sentiment, the best is yet to come, did this cluster embellishment and included clear gems just to give it an additional look. Then I did another cluster embellishment here with a book tag, flower, a gold sentiment that says love, and in the middle is another clear gem, and then just use some ribbon here, and that's included there. Now since this is a tuck spot, I can place journaling or pictures or really whatever I want there. This side I left blank. Here I added one of the photo mats that came with the metal die, so I have that there. Here is another metal die cut. So I did the camera roll in gold mirror cardstock and then backed that onto some really pretty pink cardstock, and then just added these two sentiments in there. One says dream big, the other one says smile. So just added these two. Let's see, turn the page. Let's see. Added another photo mat here with a banner that says today. I left this side blank. Here I did another cluster embellishment. I have a banner here. There's an acetate circle with a white doily imprint on there. And then on top of that, I have a gold mirror cardstock that says me and you, and then included 3 different buttons in different sizes just to give it some interest. And this is a tuck spot, so we can add whatever we want. On this side here is almost blank, just included a gold arrow that's made out of gold cardstock, and then just finished it off with 3 different flowers. On this side I have another matchbook, and there was this sentiment that said sweet. I just backed it on some gold mirror cardstock, added a clear gem, used another pink ribbon at the top, placed some clear vellum here, and when you open it up there's a pocket, and I have a camera that I backed on gold mirror cardstock, as well as a white and pink doily sticker, and backed that on gold mirror cardstock. And then here I just have 3 little flowers in different shades of pink. I found another sticker. It says a beautiful day. I love this one. It just looks so dainty, doesn't it? I went ahead and I backed that on some gold mirror cardstock just so that it matches everything else. And then on the other side, I have a photo mat here. I did another cluster embellishment with a picture of a cake and a cut apart that says love. This is a tuck spot, so I found these 2 stickers. It's just a frame, backed that on gold mirror cardstock. And then found this teacup with a heart on it and backed that on gold mirror cardstock as well. And then the last page, I have it almost blank. I just did another camera roll, but this time I did the camera roll itself on pink cardstock and then backed it with the gold mirror cardstock just to give it kind of the same look but slightly different. I left the back of the camera blank, and then here is the back. So there is my little camera mini album. I love to see these things just on top, kind of peeking out. I love the pink cardstock where it shows the scalloped edge of each page. and it's already chunking. It's ready to be filled with lots of memories and documenting of special days with special people. So what do you think, guys? Alright guys, that's all I have today. I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And if you have, thank you so much. It really does mean the world to me. Every time someone hits the like button and subscribes to my channel, I get excited because that means I'm just getting closer to being able to reach more people so that I can be of service to more people. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear them, and I'll do everything in my power to answer it or do a video on your suggestion. Alright guys, until the next time, stay safe, be kind, and keep it creative.